This vehicle has an automatic control cruise system. Here it is composed of a buzzer to serve as a auditory sign, an accelerometer to detect impacts and collisions. This is used for the vehicle to avoid and alert the user when it's crashed. The ultrasonic distance sensor detects the distance from a chasing object. And we have two DC motors which basically control the steering of the vehicle. Additionally, we have a switch to turn on and off the vehicle, and this is done so using our physical hands. We also use the accelerometer to detect impact, as we mentioned earlier. The Blink app is able to communicate with the device, where we have a couple of options for the user. We are either able to turn on or turn off the usability of the car, change the following distance, and change the mode selection. Additionally, we also have an emergency stop button that works when the manual mode is turned on. This vehicle has two driving modes. This mode is a manual mode. The manual mode allows the user to control the direction at which the vehicle is driving, and this is done so using the controllers using the Bluetooth app that we were introduced to earlier in the semester. This is the other mode of the vehicle. This is called the follow mode. The vehicle uses the ultrasonic distance sensor to detect the distance between it and the object it is chasing. It uses the LEDs on board the Photon 2 to indicate how close it is. Green is far, yellow is approaching, and red is close. The buzzer is used to indicate whether the vehicle has already reached the object. Once we see that the vehicle has reached the object, it stops and starts buzzing. Finally, the last non-driving mode is emergency mode or dodge mode, which basically allows the vehicle to dodge the object it is chasing when it detects that it's getting too close too rapidly. Here we have our initial state, which is also integrated with our system. We use this to display the distance. This distance is acquired through the ultrasonic distance sensor, and it is a measure of distance in centimeters. Here we also have the closing rate, which is centimeters per second. This closing rate is used as one of the requirements to determine whether or not the vehicle should essentially start the emergency procedure, that is the one I showed earlier, which allows the vehicle to dodge whatever it is chasing. We also display the motor power just to make sure that our vehicle is working as it should. We also have a Boolean value which indicates whether the system is able to be used. If it's a 1, the system is able to be used, and if it's a 0, it is not able to be used. We also display the current mode which the vehicle is in. As I mentioned earlier, there's two modes, manual and follow. Manual is when the user is able to control the vehicle, and follow is when the vehicle has its control cruising system operating. We also have the desired distance from the object that it's chasing. This distance is set by the user using the Blink app, and it has a range of 10 centimeters to 50 centimeters. We also have an impact count. This impact count is coming from the accelerometer, and as shown earlier, it is the detection of collisions I showed earlier as tapping on the vehicle. And finally, we also have the number of emergencies. These emergencies are determined based on the number of times the vehicle essentially starts its emergency procedure and dodges the object that it is chasing.